Welcome to my podcast. Today we will talk about another station, which is basically if a patient comes to you and says that he has tummy pain or has diarrhea or about vomiting. So you need to, after introducing yourself, as we agreed, and double check the patient name, date of birth, and address, you need to take a thorough history. So ask the patient, can you tell me more about the issue? And if the patient say, for instance, I'm having diarrhea for the last few days, having vomiting, so you need to explore more about the diarrhea, how it starts, is it associated with the mucus or blood, if there is any tenesmus, for instance, or if it's, and how frequent he go to the loo, and how many times he open his bowel. Also ask about if he had any suspicion or about his idea, if he knows what was the reason for this abrupt diarrhea. Also, you need to ask about if there is any travel history abroad, so this could rule out some of the travel-associated diarrhea. Also, you need to ask about any flu-like illness, because certain viral condition could cause this as well. Ask if he feels thirsty, if he has any bloating, for instance, if there is any flatus, if he, which will rule out, of course, if there is any intestinal obstruction or other causes. You could also ask about eye symptom, joint problem, if he had any mouth ulcer, to rule other differential as well. If he has any history of antibiotic for some time, to rule out pseudomembranous colitis. Also ask about if there is any other member of the family who had the same symptom. And after asking all of that, you could ask about any past medical history, like, for instance, diabetes, high blood pressure, any medication that he takes for on the long run. Also, history of allergy. And you need to ask what diet does he take, what is it like exactly. So it might denote to certain causes as well. You need also, after asking all of that, you need to check about his lifestyle, smoking, alcohol, stress level, because stress can be associated with the irritable bowel disease. So all of that should be basically asked in brief. And of course, in the station, when you have a case, you just need to take the main history and it will direct you to certain differential once you ask the right question according to the patient, of course, presentation. So basically, you will, after that, examine the patient. So you need to check his observation, blood pressure, temperature, pulse rate, respiratory rate. And then you will agree with the patient about the management plan. If it's acute, of course, you need to admit and correct the sign symptom of dehydration. If there is no actual cause, for instance, like infection, in certain situation, you could give lopramide, provided it's not younger than 12 years old. And you will tell the patient, if it's in the non-acute setting, you will tell the patient if, for instance, your condition did not improve, or if you felt that the condition get worsened, you need to come back immediately or go back to the ENR. So that's basically in short about any patient who's presenting with acute diarrhea or vomiting, which is basically gastroenteritis, and how to briefly go through it. And of course, don't forget about certain notifiable disease whereby the authority should be notified if there is a travel history, of course, to some of the endemic area of diarrhea. And also, based on the correction of the dehydration, you will tell the patient that you need to take a lot of fluid in small sips, get a lot of rest, stay home. Of course, if he's working, he shouldn't go back to work after his diarrhea stopped by 48 hours. Also, you need to tell him you can eat in small meals. Also, encourage about and stress the importance of washing hands with soap and water. Clean the toilet seat, flush regularly. And don't prepare food for people if he's working in a catering places. And of course, don't share towels or flans or any of that. And of course, avoid any triggers that could lead to cramps or tummy pain, and avoid stress. Thank you.